Hmm. Hmm. All kinds of sinister things building up now, aren't they? Chapter 11, Upside Down. Saturday, October 16th. It's been quite a few days now since me and Yuri have declared this castle to be our home. The old princess that used to live here has mysteriously vanished. Who knows where she ran off to? What else is crazy that Yuri has her own pair of white wings? It took a while for them to fully bloom, but it's fun being able to see the world from a bird's eye view with her hand in mine. The past few days have been spent cleaning and fixing the place up, and we've made pretty good progress so far. As I'm working on removing vines from the outside of our castle, Yuri catches my attention by making her descent to my right. Hey, darling, would you like to take a break for a while? The hot sun beating down on me helps influence my decision making. Yeah, sure. Did you have something in mind? Well, I was thinking, what do you think about the two of us having our very own pet? Oh, an animal for us to take care of? That doesn't sound too bad. She smiles normally at me and proceeds to walk up to take both my hands in hers. Great. It would be nice to have another friend around here. Another friend? Her wings then spread into full bloom, each individual feather brought to full detail in the sunlight. A gust of wind is sent my way as she flaps them once, or just once. Come on, let's get going. There's an island I know of where one of my friends lives. I think you'd like her, though I don't know how we're going to carry her back. As both of her hands return to her sides, her wings kick up a storm, and before I know it, she sends herself upwards into the sky. Hey, wait for me, silly! As my wings extend, I do the same thing until I'm ascending into the sky, trying to catch up with the beautiful girl that's not too far ahead of me. Monica! Okay, everyone! Wait, where are we? Wow! Ugh, what on earth was that about? Monica keeps invading your dreams, bro. What time is it? Looking over to my clock shows it's around 11ish. Keeping that in mind, I yawn and stretch while my mind races. Oh yeah! Me and Yuri going into town today! With the excitement of our adventure later on today in mind, I hop out of bed and prepare for whatever today has in store. That is an enormous seat. Me and Yuri have been on the bus for a little while now, going into the city. It feels nice this time, not being all by myself. Granted, it never really was bad all by myself. I usually stay quiet and not bug anyone, but this just feels nice. Yesterday, after me and Yuri left the park, we walked back to her place and ended up reading a little more of her book for a bit. Then, we picked out all the knives that were to be sold, which is all of them except the one. After cleaning and disinfecting them, we shared one more kiss between us before I had to walk back to my place. That's a feeling I'll never be able to forget. Afterwards, she insisted on walking me back to my place, like she always does. And like we just said, it's a good thing I was able to keep all of her knives in my coat pocket and carry them on the bus. That's not shifty at all. Once we're off the bus and the sound of the bus departing fills my ears as I look all around me. It's still really chilly out here. Good thing I brought my jacket. Now that I think about it, this is the same bus stop I got off at last Saturday. Just like last week, this part of town is bustling with people trying to go about their everyday lives. I feel a bit more safe now that Yuri's with me. Looking over to her, I tug on her right sleeve to get her attention. Alright, so where to first? Let's go to the pawn shop first and get this out of the way. She doesn't sound too thrilled about this, and I don't blame her. Having to part with something she really likes. But it's for the better. For our future? Our future, huh? Why does the thought of that make me smile so much? The thought of sharing a lifetime with someone I love. Slowly approaching her, I gently take her hand in mine and give a reaffirming squeeze. Hey, it'll be okay. I'm still really happy with you that you're going through this. Through with this. Blech. Well... alright then. Please lead the way. With that, my smile manages to grow a little bigger and I begin looking around the area. Once I remember which way the shop is, I gently tug on Yuri's arm so we can start walking there. We've been walking for about 10 minutes now. Nobody gave us any weird looks, and I didn't have it in me to make eye contact with anyone else other than Yuri. Not much has been said between me and Yuri either. The silence between us is comfortable, even with all the sounds and distractions going on around us. We probably have another 5 minutes of walking before we get to...
Oh, excuse me for a second, Hallie.
What? She breaks away from me and I'm left trying to figure out what's going on. As my eyes readjust and follow where she's going, I notice her standing next to a vending machine that's hanging out by a store entrance. The vending machine's back! Oh god! Curious as to what's up, I'll walk over to her, only to see a water bottle fall to the very bottom of the machine. Once it's in her grasp, she turns around and hands it to me.
Here, take this for a bit.
Filled with too many questions, it probably wouldn't be wise to bombard her with all of them at once. Let's just sit back and see what happens. Once I silently take it from her, I immediately feel how cold to the touch it is, as my right fingers are now wet. It's a chilled vending machine? Oh my god, luxury. She reaches into her bag and pulls out what looks like an orange pharmacy bottle. She opens it and a single pill falls into her hand. Once the bottle's back in her bag, she takes her water from me, thanks me, and downs it in no time. Okay, now I'm curious. Maybe she has a headache or something? Hey, what's the matter? Got a headache or something? I thought, and then said aloud.
Yeah, I can feel one coming on.
Ah, so I was right. No. Approaching her, I wrap my arm around hers and smile at her. That's okay, love. It should go away pretty soon now.
Yeah, that's right. Come on, let's get going.
Yeah, we'd better. I'm certain she'll start feeling better soon. I have a sneaking suspicion as to what that is, but I don't want to say anything just yet. It feels nice to escape the mess of people outside and step into this nice, quiet pawn shop. This place almost seems like a toy store for adults. There's so much cool stuff around. As I'm scanning the entire area, thinking about what I want to check out first, my sight lands on Yuri, who doesn't look as excited as I am. I wonder if... Headache not quite gone yet?
I still wish I didn't have to do this.
Still have to do this. Reaching down in my pocket, I can feel all 3 knives that are to be sold today. She only had 4 knives? Oh, I understand. If she really doesn't want to do this that badly, then how about... Hey, why don't I take care of this for you?
Come again?
Yeah, I'll handle everything for you. Why don't you look around and check out everything around here? I'll let you know what happens with this, alright?
Alright. I think I would like that. Thank you, love.
I give her a wink for no explainable reason, then hug her from the side without any warning. No problem. As I take my head off her shoulder, she turns around and walks to a different part of the store. Everything about that just felt right. Making my way towards the front counter of the store instead of looking around, my ears managed to pick up the hum of an old CRT TV being played. There's an ominous shadow behind the counter. Reaching the front counter shows a much older man behind the stand. He's probably the owner or something. The TV next to him seems to be playing something I probably don't care about. Once I make my approach in front of him, our eyes meet, but I quickly bring mine away from his. I just stand there and do nothing. What do I do first? Talk to him? Wait for him to talk first? Bring out the knives first? Wait, don't do that! That could look bad. That's when I noticed him raising an eyebrow at me. Hey kid, you lost or something? No. Both his eyes seem to open up as he leans to his right a little bit. Hey, the pretty one that's over there. She brought you here? Wait a minute, is he talking about... Yeah. Is she your mom or something? The frick is up with this guy? Me and Yuri are around the same age! I think. Why would he think she's my mom? No, she's my... Why am I thinking about how the word sounds? Just say it. Girlfriend. You sure? With those hooters, she could be your mom. Those what? Ah, forget about it. What are you here for, kid? Stop calling me kid. With a somewhat annoyed look, I reach into my jacket pocket and pull out all 3 knives. Placing them on the counter in front of him, I'm already worrying about what he'll say. With a somewhat surprised look, he grabs the purple one I'm somewhat familiar with, flips it open, and inspects it. Whoa, hey there, kid. What are you doing playing around with these? Oh no. What do I tell him? That these were Yuri's? I mean, yeah, just tell him. No. He'll start saying weird stuff about her again. Oh, who cares what this guy thinks? I know this is wrong, but here goes nothing. I don't need these anymore. Yeah, whatever. I'll get back with you on these. With that, he takes the three of them away from me and slowly walks over towards a computer on the other side of the store. Man, what would Yuri have done if she were in my shoes? That'd be interesting to see. As the thought of what Yuri is up to crosses my mind, my attention is ripped by a rather dumb-sounding voice on the TV. I know I'm not usually one to sit around and watch TV, but now I'm curious. Hey, wait a minute. I know that guy. He's the one who does those dumb heartburn medicine commercials. I ate ribs every day, and I love it. But I tell you what, one more thing about how much ribs I ate a lot. Wait, what? Consume. I'm almost positive you shouldn't phrase it like that. If you go to a football sports game and you run out of chips, it'll bring you joy. You know what? That's a brilliant thought. I hadn't thought of that even once. It's got loads of calories, and it'll give you a heartburn like crazy. Fuck you, man. Wait, what? Fuck you. How many different people are going to say F you to me today? You're interrupting me is giving me heartburn. That's why I use because it gives me less heartburn, but I still have it. Ticket pays for the whole seat, but you'll only need the edge. It's very sad that you're always messing up my own commercials. Who's the one that's worth 145 million again? You're always stealing my jokes. I'm a joke genius and you're stealing all my jokes. Well, you see, I'm not stealing the jokes because I came up with the jokes when I was 28 and I'm 100, you see? With the jello pudding. We'll be... Man, TV sucks nowadays. Hey, kid. Ah! Looking over to my right, I can see the man walking back towards me, still with a serious face. I done figured out how much these are worth. I think you'll like what you see. With a bit of excitement building up in me, he opens up the cash register in front of him, pulls out two $100 bills, and hands them to me. As I take them from him, I have to do a double take to make sure I'm seeing them right. No way! You're kidding, right? Nuh-uh. I don't know where you got them from, but they go for a pretty penny online. Huh? Now I kinda wonder where Yuri got them from. Once I confirm how much is in front of me, I stuff the money away in my back left pocket. Anyways, don't spend it all in one place. Maybe your cutesy little girlfriend should hold on to it for you. Well, I mean, those were hers in the first place. Yeah, I probably should. Thanks again, mister. Right, now stay safe, kid, you hear? Right. Trying to ignore the fact that he called me kid about as many times as I have fingers on my hand, I walk away from him to a different part of the store. Man, I wonder how much of that Yuri heard. After a little bit, I managed to find Yuri on the opposite end of the store. She's standing in front of a clothes rack with some rather expensive-looking clothes on them. I wouldn't expect her to be looking at clothes, but... Actually, come to think of it, I don't know what I would expect her to be looking at. Books, more like it. Approaching her, I tap her on the shoulder. Or tap on her shoulder. Hey, all done!
Hmm? Oh, hey, love.
She pulls some clothes off a rack and presents them to me.
How would this look on me?
In front of me is a dark blue t-shirt followed by a rose-colored, almost raspberry-colored cardigan. It closely resembles what she's wearing right now. Not too sure about that. As I divert my attention from her, I look over to the clothes rack about 2 away from the one she's at. A lavender-colored dress with red bow ties in the middle and white frills on the bottom is what I pull out and present to her. I think this would look great on you. She then takes it from me, inspects it, and feels what kind of material it's made of.
Oh my, that looks pretty expensive.
Flipping it around, she presses it close to her body as if to see if it will fit.
It's in my size, too. Maybe I'll have to buy this someday.
I would love that. You would look so cute. Not that you don't already. She proceeds to put the dress back in its spot and unexpectedly hug me.
Oh, I love when you say things like that.
As I wrap my arms around her, I speak gently into her ear. Oh yeah? Well, I have the bestest, most prettiest girlfriend ever. She squeezes me tightly, to which I return the favor. With us being this close and her embrace as tight as it is, maybe I should think of my words better if this is gonna happen in public. I mean, I'm not really complaining or anything. Once she reluctantly releases me, my left hand goes into my back left pocket. By the way, Here's what we ended up getting from your knives. Pulling the money out, I present both $100 bills to her.
No way.
Yeah, I was taken aback as well. She takes both the bills and stuffs them away in her bag. Ready to get out of here? I couldn't find anything I want to buy.
Sure thing.
I was half expecting to just buy the dress on the spot. It doesn't take long for us to walk down to the grocery store. The two of us passed by this toy store on our walk here, and it made me remember the events of a week ago. That brought a smile to my face, needless to say. Once we're inside, the sight of everything this store has to offer nearly puts me in awe. It's not bad, really. Surprisingly enough, there aren't many people around here to bother us, despite it being Saturday. As I grab the shopping cart for her, the two of us set off to wherever she decides to go first. It feels kind of nice to be here again, not gonna lie. As the two of us make our way through the plethora of aisles in here, I can't help but remember a few times from my childhood when I would go here with my mom. Believe it or not, I learned a lot of social cues from places like these. Mainly my mom telling me how to act or what not to say to people, that kind of stuff. But now, time skipped many years later, and I'm doing the same thing this time with the girl I love. It feels, I don't know, me and her are doing adult things now. It just feels right, I suppose. Looking over to see her content face, I can't help but feel joy. It's as if I'm able to take on anything the future throws at me. Once her gaze meets mine, her smile matches what's on my face.
Hallie, what are you thinking about?
Huh? Oh, well, I don't know. I guess I'm just really happy.
Oh, is that so? How come?
A 12-pack of pens sitting on one of the aisles catches my attention. I reach for it and put it in the cart instead of answering Harry. It's probably best I stock up on these. I think I only have 7 at home. I mean, having 7 is better than 6, which, in turn, is better than 5, and even 5 is better than 4. And, like, but consider this though. Even if I had 4, that would still be better than 3. But, I mean, hypothetically, if I imagine myself having only 3 pens to use at home right now, I think I would be okay with 3, because that's better than 2. And I think 2 is finally reaching the point where I might be in trouble. But even 2 is better than 1. The sound of footsteps managed to break me away from messing around with Yuri. 2 younger children, a boy and a girl, run right past me and Yuri. A small gush of wind blows past me as I'm frozen in place, my mind racing for a short while. Man, where's their parents at? Where are their parents at? Actually, where are their parents? You don't need the at either.
Not too sure.
Looks like Yuri's also stopped in her tracks at what transpired. Their parents. Not long after, Yuri resumes walking to wherever she needs to be, lightly placing her arm around my shoulders to keep me with her. I wish I could wrap an arm around her, but I don't when I manage the cart one-handed. As the two of us walk around a little more with various items being put in our cart, I find myself taking a few glances at Yuri every now and then, all while making sure I don't run into anything. Lord forbid I cause a scene in here by knocking stuff over or any kind of casualties happening. Besides that, I can't help but think about what happened just now that stopped us in our tracks. I wonder if... Hey Yuri, mind if I ask you something? She gives me a warm smile, which makes me feel a bit more comfortable.
Not at all, dear.
Well, oh man. Now that I think about it, I feel that it'd be kind of weird to ask her out of the blue if she wants to have kids someday. How about... What do you think about children? You know, I kinda expected Yuri to be surprised by a question like that. Instead, she remains quiet while she places probably $20 worth of stuff in the cart in one sitting.
I guess I feel indifferent about them. I can see how they can be a joy to some people's lives, but also the opposite at the same time.
Yeah, I can see that. I guess I feel the same way. I don't really feel like I can say much, however. I never really got to be around them besides school, and my bigger brother never had any of his own. I think Yuri's smile is slowly starting to go away.
I see. I'm sorry to hear about that.
It's alright. It's something I've already learned to accept, so it doesn't bother me too much. What about you, though? Have you ever thought about having them? Oh, that was a little bit forward of me, wasn't it?
I mean, I'm not ready to have them now.
Wait, what? She then clears her throat and opens her eyes.
I'm honestly not too sure if I would make a good mother. The thought of being a parent seems really scary at times. Especially if I were to be all by myself.
Just the thought of all by myself makes me feel a bit uneasy. A little uneasy, even. Understandably so, especially with how things are in the world nowadays. We'd both have to be financially stable or something like that. Oh, I just realized what I said to her. I really need to think before I speak. There's a weird sense of nervousness surrounding me. I bet Yuri's affected by it too. Sorry, I didn't mean to put it that way.
No, it's fine. You're absolutely right. It is a pretty big responsibility, after all.
Yeah, true. I don't think I could do that by myself.
Oh, you look out!
And on that note, we're going to stop this session for now, because I'm actually running a little bit over time. We're going to save the game, and pick up next time with more our Castle Walls. Thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed, and we'll catch you later. Bye-bye!